Figuring out how much deposit you need is one of the first questions first homeowners ask when they first embark in their first home earning journey. It's really, really overwhelming for most people because everyone's an expert. Your friends, your family, your hairdresser, that guy on the street, everyone's an expert. They've got their own opinion. It's really overwhelming because you don't actually know where to start. Even when you do a Google search, it comes up with all different answers and that leaves you stuck from the get-go. So today I'm going to help you out and hopefully you'll know how much deposit you need to buy a house in 2021. Before we go any further, I just want to clarify what I mean by deposit, because the deposit is what you pay to the real estate agent for the deposit of the purchase of your property. The contribution is what you're putting in towards that purchase. So that's just not made up of the deposit. It's also things like stamp duty and lender's mortgage insurance. So over the last 15 years, the general rule of thumb is 10% to buy a house. That doesn't mean if you've got 10%, you can definitely buy the house, but it's a good rule of thumb. So I'll give you an example where 10% would not apply. If you are wanting to buy $1 million property, you're going to need to bring more than 10%. The reason is because your mortgage insurance and your stamp duty is going to be a lot higher. Now, I know what half of you are thinking here. How can I get in for a lower deposit? How can I get in for less? This is where the government grants and schemes come in. I'm not going to go into all the different government grants and schemes because the truth is there's lots of them and they vary from state to state. So if you're a first home buyer in 2021, 5% is your benchmark. Now, I know for a very small percentage of you out there, you're thinking, what if I don't have 5%? Now, normally I'd say, well, you need to figure out a way of getting 5%. Either you're not earning enough income or your living expenses are too high. The only reason I'm bringing this up is that I constantly get these queries where people only have a few thousand deposit. Having said that, now I'm going to talk about guarantor loans. So guarantor loans can get you into the market off having no deposit. What a guarantor does is they put their property security along with your property, the property you're going to purchase, against the loan. So to the bank, it's a lot less riskier. These sorts of loans clearly come with their own set of risks and complexities. So everyone needs to be well aware of what they're getting themselves into before they start on the journey. There you go, guys. I hope that's given you some clarity on what deposit you need. If you have any questions or comments or you want further clarification, please put a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer your questions. If it's more of a confidential nature or you want to figure out your borrowing power, please get in contact through the details below. Cheers.